trying to fix the background, but I think it's crooked. Hang on, y'all. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Miss Thompson, and today I have a tag video for you guys. So this tag video has been around for some years now, and it is the tag about unpopular opinions in the nail polish community. And the first person I believe that did it was Jody's Polish, and I remember following her years ago when I first discovered the brand Noodles Nails. I think she was a swatcher for them. And then here recently, I've seen Polished Yogi's video, Mediocre Manny's, and The Nail Niche, and there's been a couple of other people, but here I am to kind of bring, my thoughts and opinions to the scene. So what it is just 10 questions about unpopular opinions in the nail polish community. So just keep in mind that these are, sorry y'all, I'm trying to fix the camera so that there's not a glare on my glasses because I need to be able to see my notes, and I think it's fine now. I think it's fine. So where was I? Yes, 10 questions. So keep in mind that these are all my opinions, my thoughts. If you disagree, that's fine. If you agree, that's fine. If you have no thoughts or opinions at all, that's fine as well. So yeah, let's just get into the 10 questions. All right, so the first question is a popular polish that you don't like. And this one for me would be OPI Bubble Bath. And I know it's supposed to be like your nails but better and elongate your fingers and feel all light and dreamy and flattering, but it feels like there's nothing there. It feels like I just have on a base coat and that's it. And then I see it on other people and it actually does look dreamy and light, and they use it in French manis, which I don't really wear anymore, and I have the polish, but I don't think I'll ever use it for anything other than like a base coat. And I actually pulled it from the shelf just to be sure that I had it, since I'm telling y'all that. And it's like I've never used it. And it looks so creamy and, very natural looking in the bottle. But when I put it on my nails, I actually see nothing. All right, so number 2 is a polish that everyone hates, but you actually like. Well, I don't think I'm actually gonna pick a polish per se, but a polish color. So I've been reading online that people really just rag on red nail polish, and I love it. If I don't wear anything else, I'm gonna wear red, honey. I'm gonna wear a red every single season. And it's actually my power color. Like, I feel so empowered and strong and in command. Like, it'll never go out of style for me. It never feels out of place. It's flattering with every outfit I wear. I actually have on red right now. The red that I have on right now is OPI Donkey Shiny Red, and it's one of my top picks. But the top reasons that I've seen on like a Reddit thread or a Facebook group is that people don't wear reds because it seems too bold and loud and in your face, draws too much attention. Some reds have staining issues. Some people even said that red feels high maintenance because when it chips, you can see it better than any color. Well, if a blue chips, you can see that as well. I've even heard people say that red nail polish feels old-fashioned, like it's a mom or a grandma shade. Well, I'm a mom and I've loved red nail polish since day one. As a matter of fact, it was one of the first polishes that I saw my mom wear. Some people have even went as far as to say that it looks like skanky. What's a better way for me to say it? Promiscuous women, or like women in brothels, that kind of thing. It's the silliest thing, but hey, to each their own. If you don't like red, you don't like red. But I actually love it, and some of my favorites actually come from OPI. Big Apple Red, Vodka and Caviar, Dear Santa, so many good ones from OPI. And I actually have a video coming out where I'm showing you guys my favorite reds, because I know around the holidays, people that like reds try to find that perfect one. So yeah, I'm gonna showcase all of my favorite reds that I already have in my collection. I haven't decided when I'm gonna post it, but I am gonna post it. All right, so number 3 is a nail polish finish that you don't like. And that one is so absolutely easy for me. I cannot stand a polish that shows brush strokes. So this would probably mostly be like metallics, frosty, pearl-like finishes. The ones that come to mind are OPI Push and Shove, Essie, what is the name of that polish, y'all? Empire Shade of Mine, China Glaze Pearl Jammin', that's kind of an old one. Essie No Place Like Chrome. anything metallic-y or frosty or chrome-like that shows brush strokes where you have to paint really straight, I cannot stand it. And I have a lot of them in my collection. There's several of them in my best rose gold nail polish. I don't remember the name of the video, but I have a video up on my channel that showcases all of my, what I thought were the best rose gold nail polishes. And there are several of them on that list that have a lot of brush strokes that I just refuse to wear anymore because I just can't stand to see the lines on my nails. And I read somewhere that you could use like a ridge filler as a base coat and then apply it. I haven't tried it yet, but yeah. Finish, I don't like anything with brush strokes. All right, so number 4 is a brand that you think is overpriced. And I know most people would probably think Mooncat first, and their prices are kind of steep, but they have some really pretty polishes, y'all. But the brand that came to mind for me is Cirque Colors. And I say Cirque Colors because not necessarily the price of them, but the value of what you're getting for the price. So most Cirque polishes are what, $11 or $12? And then I believe the bottle is like an 11 ml bottle. But like I said, it's the value that you're getting out of the polish, the formulation, the consistency, their business practices. Like their customer service is trash, y'all. And I know a lot of us love them because even though I'm saying all this stuff about Cirque Colors, I still like them and I still buy them, but they probably could improve on their customer service. And all of these things that I'm saying are a big part of the price for me. And besides their horrible customer service, it's also about expectations versus reality. Like, let's talk about their jelly formulas. So we all know that jellies are, purposely sheer, right? One of my favorites from Cirque is actually Marsala jelly, but they're so sheer, y'all, that it just looks like you've stained your nails. Like, I dye my hair red, right? And when I dye my hair and forget to put on gloves, it stains my nails. That's what the Cirque jelly polishes look like to me, a nail stain. Like, I know they're supposed to be translucent, like duh, but it just takes too many coats to build up to actually look like a jelly polish. So think about this for a moment. Compare Cirque Colors Poppy Jelly versus Cracked Polish's Cherry Sugar Water. The Cherry Sugar Water actually has a bit more pigment in it, I guess that's what I could say. And it's a little bit thicker, so it doesn't take as much to build it up to the opacity that would look good on you. That's what I'm trying to say. So even though I still like the jelly polishes from Cirque, I wish they weren't the same price as, say, a cream from Cirque, because they're so intentionally sheer and translucent. I feel like the price point should be a little bit lower. And I feel that way about Cirque's magnetic polishes as well. The most recent example that I actually have in my collection is Red Sprite. It's like a deep teal with red magnetic pigment. Okay, so when I bought this polish, I expected when I did it with the 30-pound magnet velvet style that I was gonna pull all this beautiful red pigment to the top and it was just gonna be gorgeous, right? And the background was gonna be like hints of green or teal. Well, no, it's so opposite of that. The polish is so dark, the red magnetic pigment in it just doesn't give what it's supposed to give at all. And I really regret that purchase. I've seen so many photos of it online and it just don't match up. So yeah, some of Cirque's magnetics are not worth the price as well. And if I had to mention a second brand right now, just because of the whole tariff situation, it would be Cleona Cosmetics, because y'all, I went to purchase from them once they opened the US shipping back up. I went to purchase from them and I was gonna get 2 polishes, right? 2 polishes plus shipping is like $56 because their shipping right now is 30 bucks. The shipping is more than the 2 polishes. So even though their polishes are worth every dime, I just cannot justify buying any from that brand right now because of the high shipping costs. And I really hate that because, their polishes are beautiful. All right, so number 5 is a trend that you just can't get on board with. And for me, that will be the crackle finish. Crackle polishes first came on the scene around 2010 and I bought them. Like, I drove an hour to buy some crackle finish polishes because I thought it was like a cool trend and let's see if I like it. And I just don't. I don't like feeling the texture on my nails, but now we have things like glitter smoothers so I can still have the finish and not feel that texture on my nails. So anything texture wise on my nails, I don't like it. So that would include any crackle polishes. Remember when the liquid sand polishes came out? I do have a favorite liquid sand. It's OPI Jinx. It has that texture liquid sand finish to it, and I stopped wearing it for a long time. And then glitter smoothers came about, and now I love it again. Also, I'm kind of not into reflective glitters just because of the texture, but like I said, there's glitter smoothers now that can kind of, you know, tame that for me so I don't feel that texture on my nails. And some other things that kind of go along with the texture thing, anything 3D on your nail, like when you go to the nail shop and you get like fruit shapes and stones glued on and like jewelry hanging from them, that just, it does not fit me at all. That kind of stuff is not part of my lifestyle. It just does not fit my vibe. Unless it's part of a photo shoot or something like that, you know, showing abstract art or any kind of art, photo shoot wise. But just regular old lifestyle, it just does not work. But here again is where the texture factor plays in. I don't like any texture on my nails. Anything that could grip or grab or snag, I don't do it on my nails. All right, number 6 is a trend you didn't like at its peak, but you do now. So for me, that would be magnetic polishes. So magnetic polishes started maybe around the late 2000s, maybe '09, somewhere in there, 2010. And I had a couple back then. I probably still have a couple. And that's when I bought the very first horseshoe magnet. And I think the brand of that magnet was probably Sally Hansen. I still have that magnet as well. And back then, if I remember right, they had nail polishes that had the magnet in the bottle cap. Y'all, the concept was cool, but it just did not work. Some of the brands I remember from the first magnetic polishes were China Glaze, Sally Hansen, Essence. Essence might have made the magnet. I don't remember, but I know I still have it somewhere. But yeah, the magnets back then were just super inconsistent. Some of the magnets now are kind of inconsistent as well. But yeah, they just played out because they were just so tricky to use. And then they kind of had a mini revival around 2021 or so with brands like ILMP, Cirque, KB Shimmer, Hollow Taco. But now you can find a magnetic polish in almost every brand now, and I think it's kind of cool. Some of them are really subtle, and some of these brands have a lot of creativity when it comes to using magnetic pigment, and I'm here for it all. You still got to kind of play around with them to get them to look how you want, and it's a lot of work because you have to paint a coat, then magnetize it, and then let it dry, and then paint a coat, then it's a whole thing. But once you get to that end result, it's so pretty. It's just a lot of work to get there. All right, so number 7 is a color that you don't wear often or at all. And for me, that's yellow. And there's no reason, I just don't reach for them. And I really love the butter nails trend. And I know I have some like pastel buttery yellows back here in my collection, but I just don't reach for them. And I have all the right shades back here, y'all, for a yellow to pop beautifully on my skin tone, but I just don't gravitate towards them. All right, number 8 is a polish that you like, but you think is overhyped. And one that comes to mind is ILMP's Flower Child. Like when I got this polish, I don't know what I had in mind for it to do when I put it on my nails, but it didn't do it. Like I like it, but it's not what I thought it was gonna be. But I also don't know what I was expecting either. And then also along those lines is Bee's Knees Align Anything. Like they're all gonna be met with really high expectations because they're so well regarded in the nail polish community. But once you get them and wear them and then they don't feel like you thought they would feel, the excitement just kind of wears off immediately. Now, do I still want them all? Yes, but I really do think they're all just overhyped. All right, so number 9 is a popular top coat that you don't like. Well, this one was kind of hard for me because I've tried a lot of top coats and I like a lot of them, but they all just have little things that just little things that are wrong with them. Say for instance, Hollow Taco. is super shiny and super glossy, and it dries pretty quickly, but it gets thick really fast. But am I going to keep buying it and wearing it? Yes. Another one is the one from Glistening Glow. It dries so shiny and it dries so fast, but it also causes shrinkage. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear that because so many people love this top coat, as do I. I can't tell you how many bottles I have of it over here that are still brand new in the box, but I love it as well. But I learned to pick my battles. I learned when to wear the Glistening Glow top coat. I wear it on a polish that I'm only going to wear for a day or two, or I only wear it when I'm wearing a glitter or something where the glitter grabber from Glistening Glow is right up under it, because for some reason when you match the base coat or the glitter grabber to the top coat, they work a lot better, y'all. Just keep that in mind. So even though it has its issues, I still wear it. Another one is the tried and true, like cult favorite from back in the day, Seche Vite. Oh my gosh, the shrinkage on Seche Vite is horrible. But back then, you're still kind of learning what's going on with this spot. It's drying super fast. Like you can paint your nails and the next hour, they're completely like rock hard dry, and I love that about it. But the shrinkage with Seche Vite is super real. And also, I used to do nail art, and I experienced a lot of smearing and dragging with the Seche Vite, so I just stopped wearing it. I have a bottle over here for like quick, manis and out the door, something that I need to just throw on and be dry by the time I get in the car. I save the Seche Vite for moments like that. But yeah, I think a lot of top coats have their issues, especially if they have the toluene in them. And like isopropyl alcohol, it's going to help them dry down really quickly. You just have to, like I've been doing, trying different ones and figure out which one works best for you. I also use the Cuticular Limitless top coat. I don't have any issues with that one, except it just doesn't dry as fast as these, but it's still really good. I actually should do like a top coat video to test them all out at one time, I may think about that. But yeah, I know for number 9, I really didn't pick just one, and that's because I have quarreled with many a top coat. So there's just not one that's just horribly bad, They all have their ups and downs. All right, so last but not least, number 10 is a polish that doesn't get enough love. Well, I decided not to narrow this down to just a polish, but a polish brand. In particular, 3 different brands. I hope y'all are okay with that. So the first brand that just does not get enough love to me is Dreamland Lacquer. Do y'all remember Frostbite Margarita? Oh my gosh. And then most recently this year, I don't remember what PPU it was from, but it was Celebrate Good Times, somewhere in the spring and summer. And then there's, oh my gosh, what's the name of that polish? I Am Appetite Nothing More. And then no LGB without the T. There's so many good ones. And a lot of Dreamland Lacquer polishes are one coater. So don't sleep on Dreamland, y'all. Another brand is Dom Nail Polish. That brand has outstanding customer service. Just try it and see. But yeah, some of my favorites from them are Aloha Kitty. That was a PPU polish. And then It's Electric and Endless Space. I know those are 2 blues, but they're great. And then most of her linear hollows. But the customer service is just top tier. And if you're a small business and your customer service is high quality, it's gonna make me wanna buy your product regardless. So yeah, Dreamland and Dom, and also Limby Designs. Limby, y'all sleeping on Limby because the formulation is so sheer. But they are some good polishes. Like Limby with a really good top coat can last like 7 days. And I hardly ever wear a polish for that long, but Limby polishes have that kind of potential without chipping. Some of my favorites are You're Not an Effing Mermaid and Supernal and It's a Phenomenon and Raspberry, Not Striving to Be Humble. So many good ones, y'all. The turnaround time for buying from Limby is quite lengthy. It can be like 14 to 21 days, but once you get your polishes, it's so worth it. And she has a lot of sales, like a lot of sales. All right, y'all, so that was all the questions. So keep in mind, we all have our own thing, our own tastes, our own likes and dislikes. And it's fine if you agree or disagree or have no opinion at all. But if you are one of us that has your own thoughts and opinions and feelings on some of these unpopular opinions, then tag you're it. Share your feelings with us. I'm here for it. I want to hear it all. I have been thinking of doing a video about some other things that I feel really strongly about in the nail polish community when it comes to like brands and how they act and react online. I have been thinking about doing that because I'm side-eyeing a lot of these brands. I'm side-eyeing a lot of you. And I try to stay out of the Facebook groups and the Reddit threads and all of that because I just like nail polish and I want to enjoy it. But if I find out that some brand is doing or saying something that they shouldn't be doing, it just makes me sad. Like, I'm still gonna wear the polishes that I've already bought, but it makes me sad that I have to decide whether I'm not gonna buy from a brand or not because of something they said or did or didn't do. You know what I mean? So yeah, I have been thinking about that because I kind of just sit quiet and sit back and listen and pay attention and read, but just don't give my thoughts. But I've been doing this for a long time. I've been buying polish for a long time. And now I just want to speak about things. So if that's something that you would like to see from me, then let me know down in the comments, because a lot of y'all feel really strongly about a lot of things in this nail polish community. And I'm here for it all. All right, y'all. Yeah, that's it. Like I said, I don't want to tag anybody specifically, but if you do create a video like this, then come back and comment on my video and let me know your social media handle so I can go watch your video as well. This was kind of fun for me to kind of go through these questions and figure out my likes and don't likes and my opinions on specific things. And I feel like in the nail polish community, for us users, us nail polish enthusiasts, it's okay for you to like or dislike something and actually say that online. I think it's okay. No one's gonna, hate you for life. There's a lot of cancel culture going on in the world, but I think people want you to tell the truth and tell how you really feel when it comes to loving something as minute as nail polish. And I say minute as nail polish because there's so many other things going on in the world for us to worry and care about besides nail polish, you know what I mean? So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, share it with a friend and tell that friend to tell another friend to tell another friend. And so yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.